Oh my god, Clone Club, what an episode. This is Mel again, and I just finished watching episode 3 over 3, titled Formalized, Complex, and Costly of Orphan Black on May 2nd, 2015. So much was revealed tonight, and so much happened that I'm still reeling from it. So, quick recap of the clones would be Rachel is progressing with her recovery, but to the outside world, Rachel Duncan died in a plane crash. Cover story brought to you by Delphine. Helena is still prisoner at the military base. She meets Rudy, and she propositions Paul in her own special way, and there is no sign of her imaginary scorpion. Allison is making progress on her election campaign. She introduced her homemade soap samples, which hides her new drug operation, to the community. She's got everything under control, it seems. She's definitely full of surprises. Cosima learns more about the Castor clones thanks to Seth's dead body, and she makes quite a few startling discoveries with Scott about the clones as a whole. And Sarah is searching for Mark in hopes that he'd lead her to Helena. She finds Gracie, who leads her to Mark, but she doesn't get far with him, unfortunately. Rudy is brought back to the military base by Paul, and he's reprimanded by Dr. Kawadi, aka Mother, for killing Seth, even though it was protocol, which I found shocking that they'd have such a thing in place. Anyways, Rudy goes Helena about Sarah, and I believe Rudy shows some signs of his own neurological defect. He was shown sucking his thumb as he grieved for Seth in Dr. Kawadi's arms. And Mark is on guard as he tries to keep him and Gracie safe from everyone searching for him, the Proletheans, Project Castor. And Mark manages to get Henrik, Gracie's father, the Prolethean leader's hidden files, only to discover that it's not the biological material he was sent to retrieve, which is why he supposedly went AWOL, which he didn't. He went undercover to infiltrate the Prolethean group. Anyways, Mark is confronted by Sarah, only to be killed by Gracie's mother shortly afterwards. Or I guess it's assumed that he was killed, because we just see a shot of the cornfield where we know he fled into with Bonnie with a rifle on his tail, and then when we hear the gunshot, it's just a shot of the cornfield. So it is assumed that she killed Mark, which I find shocking, but I guess you won't get confirmation until the next season. Anyways, I thought in that moment that Sarah might have came up behind Bonnie and killed her to save Mark, kind of to prove to him the fact that they are what she says they are. And the reason why I thought that is because of the connection we found out tonight, and that discovery is that the Castor clones and the Lita clones are related. That's right, folks. All our clones are related. One big happy family. And as Sarah puts it, the two originals of their clonage must have been siblings. It does make sense now that you think about it, but you never know until it's actually said on the show. Anyways, what a discovery that was, and it was done by Cosima and Scott after they ran Seth's DNA from his brain sample against one of the sister's DNA. I'm assuming it's Cosima's DNA. If anything, I thought the similarities between them would have been genetically engineered ones that they put into the original genome, but it looks like the similarities are because the originals were siblings. I thought all the similar matchups were kind of like the ID tag that they put in all the clones. Turns out, not so much. Anyways, not only did the science duo make their discovery, but they confirmed that the Castor clones have a neurological defect programmed into them. And poor Seth was at stage 5. Paul and Dr. Queddy talked briefly about it, but it wasn't until Cosima and Scott confirmed it with their own tests. Anyways, Dr. Queddy revealed to Paul that Helena doesn't have this neurological defect, so I'm assuming that neither does Sarah. The second discovery made tonight was about Beth and Art, Detective Art Bell. And Sarah had put the pieces together that something happened between the two, and Art even confessed that while he loved Beth, he knew nothing could come of it. But I think something did happen. To what extent, I don't know, and to how much Beth felt for Art, that's unknown, except that her last call was made to Art the night she jumped in front of the train. And that's kind of what pushed Sarah to make that conclusion, because she said that Beth didn't call Allison, didn't call Cosima before she jumped. She called Art. So there's that. So I thought that nugget of shipper info was interesting, since I suspected it back in season 1 when Sarah was still pretending to be Beth. But to have it confirmed like this, it's just wow. Because of this, Art is more invested in helping Sarah out, since she truly does give off the vibe of being Beth's sister, even though they have never met. I am curious though if we'll ever get flashback at scenes between Art and the real Beth. Or even flashbacks of how Beth, the real Beth, met Cosima and Allison. It'd be great just to see that backstory, just to see the real Beth in action, because all we have to go off of is word of mouth for the people and that brief moment that Sarah saw Beth before she jumped. So anyway, also, in this episode, Art meets Cosima through a live chat, and like I said before, Helena meets Rudy, which was such an intense scene between them, since they are both, well, they could be considered the crazy clones. It's just so, I don't know how to say it. It's just a little stir crazy, maybe, I don't know. And then Sarah meets Gracie at the diner. So with that said, as far as predictions go, Sarah's got to find some other way to get Helena back now that Mark is dead, and I am still assuming he's dead until next episode, where we get a confirmation about whether or not that's true. But first, she's got to find a way to get away from Gracie's mother before that rifle is pointed at Sarah. Then again, that depends if Mark's the one that actually died and it wasn't Bonnie, Gracie's mother, which is Gracie's mother. Sorry about that. At the rate these caster clones are being killed, I hope that it doesn't mean that we get to see one die every episode, because all that we have left, if Mark is dead, all we have left is Rudy and Miller. But I guess with Mark, if he is dead, then he's not a quick kill, because we've come to know him throughout season 2, but I really want to learn more about these brother clones. I wasn't expecting to see the Proletheans still alive. I thought they all burned in the fire that Helena set, but it'll be interesting to see who survived and if Gracie's truly with them again or not. We got to see the midwife that Tatiana's body double, I believe Catherine played, so I wonder if we'll see her again. Project Castor's operations were briefly discussed between Paul and Dr. Kawadi. Their chain of command, as it were, was brought up. But I hope that it's touched upon further as the season progresses, because for season 2 and parts of season 1, we got to learn the ins and outs, basically, of Dyad, so it'd be great to see the other side of things when it comes, basically. So it's only episode 3, and things are picking up quickly. It's still shocking even that there's still 7 episodes left, and my goodness, I don't even know what to expect. Well, that's all I have to say about this episode. If you have anything to share, whether it's your own thoughts, theories, or predictions, don't be shy and leave a comment below. Until next time, thank you all for watching, and I hope you continue to tune in. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye, Clone Club.